Hey everyone. Alright, so this is sort of an extra bonus feature to the 3-part video 4-day bikepacking trip that I did. Truth be told, there were sections of the route that we skipped due to some really long days, 70 to 90 kilometer days with lots of elevation. Bit off a bit more than we could chew, so we switched to paved parts, particularly on day 2 and 3 to save a bit of time. So now I've come back to the area to check out some of the key spots that we skipped that I thought might be interesting to check out. So here I am at the access road to the Irvine Lake Airstrip, so we'll go and check that out. The sign is super faded. It says Browns Lake Forest Access Road, use at your own risk. There's an abandoned Ministry of Natural Resources government airstrip not too far into the road over that way. So we'll check that out, and we'll go see some other spots too. So stick around. Thanks for watching. Alright, so this is the Irvine Lake Airstrip, somewhere off Highway 41. So pretty just flat stretch of land. They've paved it. It's kind of wrecked a bit. There's lots of wildflowers and stuff growing, but this I guess was used in the 80s sometime to fly government planes into this pretty remote part of eastern Ontario. Now it's just pretty vacant. There's a bunch of kind of blue posts that are these kind of test wells, and you can see that some people have come here and made fire pits, but that's kind of it. It's just a big field. So yeah, now we're gonna go check out the beach at Merrill Lake, which we skipped. There was a really kind of rutted out, muddy ATV trail on our route to get there. Would have been a detour of a few kilometers, and potentially slowed down our day pretty significantly if we stopped to swim and all that. So we decided not to do that. But today's a nice day. Don't have anything else going on, so we're gonna go check that out. All right, quick detour. I'm on Machesney Lake, close to Stoll Lake, which is where we camped on night number 2. So this lake's pretty nice. So I'm at this crown site that's actually across the lake from a some sort of MNR ranger camp. We're close to Bon Echo Provincial Park on Massanoga Lake. So I guess there's some ranger activity, but so this is the campsite, and there's a few fire pits in this pretty large site, some garbage, chairs and stuff, some fresh garbage, banana peels, and broken bottles of Corona in the fire pit, which is super lame. Once again, if you bring glass into Crown land, that's just a bad idea. Please do not. Things break. If it breaks, it's annoying to carry out, so they get left behind, and that also sucks. So don't do that. But otherwise, Machesney Lake, pretty nice spot. Kind of wish we slept here instead. It's just a bit further down the road from Stoll Lake, so there's some options here. So small update. There seems to be a little trail network that actually connects multiple sites on this lake, and as you can see, there's some decent little pit privies. So here's a question. When there's actually pit privies or outhouses, what compels a camper to go poo somewhere else than those locations? It's just weird to me. Like, why would they, literally, I just saw this, human waste just on the ground with clumps of toilet paper. Nobody wants to see that. Just put it where it goes, or bury it, you know, leave no trace. It's not that complicated. especially if there's actually a designated area for it. So just be responsible with that and say, yeah, it's gonna decompose, but I don't know, toilet paper doesn't always decompose super quickly. Just ends up looking like weird soggy white spots on the ground. So that's no fun for anybody, especially if there's poop everywhere. That's my little rant on going to the bathroom in the backcountry. So we'll go check out a beach now. Alright, so we're now headed towards the beach. The beach is that way. Hopefully the trail condition improves after this super gross muddy stretch, but we'll see. The beach from satellite view and from some short video clips I've seen looks to be pretty nice, so hopefully it's worth it. It's about 2 kilometers down the trail. Ask me if the trail is getting any better. Look at this. This is like going through a swamp. So flies are just as bad as they were in July, and very, very wet, very muddy, slippery trail. But let's check out the beach. Let's continue down this trail. Also on a different line than what I had plotted out on the map, so maybe I'm gonna do a loop or something. But yeah, onwards to the beach. All right, I finally made it. My thumb is kind of swollen from a fly bite, but yeah, here we are, Merrill Lake, beautiful beach, covered in ATV tracks. I don't know that much is really happening on this beach on a beautiful day, and there's nobody here but me. So it took about 30 minutes of biking and hike-a-biking to get here, about 2 kilometers of trail after like a, well, I drove in like the first 16 kilometers off the highway. It was like a pretty well-maintained forest road. So I biked that a few weeks ago, and I just drove in today and biked the rest of the distance. And yeah, so I'll explore a bit. Alright, so I'm gonna leave Merrill Lake now. The general verdict is that it's a nice place. I don't know, I'd probably come back here at some point, but it is definitely kind of tough to get in here. And if you're doing a long tour, then maybe you skip it, but if you've got a few extra days, then maybe you stay here, spend a few hours, spend the night, and continue on the next day. So that's my feeling on that. But other swimming spots, Dodge Lake's good. You can swim at Sharbot Lake to start and finish the trip. If you camp at Machesney Lake, there's nice rocks to jump into the water from there too. So lots of swimming opportunities is the general message. Lots of water. This is Ontario after all. There's another beach bonus. There are berries. All of this behind me are all blackberries and raspberries. So makes a good snack. But the bugs are really, really bad in this part, so I gotta keep moving.